Introduction. Welcome to our historical deep dive into one of World War II's most legendary armored beasts, the Tiger. Known officially as the Panzerkampfwagen VI, or in German Tiger, this tank stands as a towering symbol of German engineering prowess during one of history's most tumultuous periods. With its formidable design and heavy armor, the Tiger left an indelible mark on the battlefields of Europe, influencing both the tactics of ground warfare and the direction of tank design in the years that followed. Today, we'll explore the intricate details behind this iconic tank, from its inception in the drafting rooms to its storied combat history across the varied landscapes of the Second World War. Join us as we unravel the technological marvels, the intense battle engagements, and the strategic implications of deploying one of the most feared vehicles in the annals of military history. Whether you're a military enthusiast, a historian, or simply fascinated by the mechanics of war machines, this exploration will illuminate the reasons why the Tiger continues to capture our fascination long after the last echoes of war have faded. Section 1. Development and Design. In the tumultuous early years of World War II, as the German army advanced rapidly across Europe and into the Soviet Union, a new challenge emerged on the horizon: the Soviet T-34 and KV-1 tanks, whose superior design and firepower exposed weaknesses in the German armored corps. This realization spurred the German High Command into action, necessitating the development of a new class of heavy tanks that could dominate the battlefield and restore the tactical advantage to German forces. The task of designing what would become the Tiger was assigned to Henschel Son, a company with substantial experience in heavy vehicle manufacturing. The design team, led by the engineer Erwin Aders, faced a daunting task: to create a tank that was both heavily armored and equipped with a gun capable of defeating any Allied tank. The result was a proposal for the Panzerkampfwagen VI, which would need to incorporate breakthroughs in both firepower and armor. Central to the Tiger's design was its main armament, the 8.8 cm KWK-36, German, 8 cm Kampfwagen Kanon 36, was an 88 mm, 3.5 in, tank gun used by the German Army during World War II. This was the primary armament of the PZ-KPFW-6 Tiger I tank. This gun, originally developed as an anti-aircraft weapon, was renowned for its high velocity and precision, which allowed it to penetrate the armor of all Allied tank designs of the time at typical combat ranges. Adapting this gun for use in a tank presented numerous technical challenges, not least of which was mounting such a large piece in a turret that could withstand direct hits from enemy fire. The armor design of the Tiger was equally innovative. Engineers opted for up to 120 mm of frontal armor, which was unprecedented at the time. This heavy armor made the Tiger virtually impervious to most anti-tank weapons then in service. However, the increase in armor significantly added to the overall weight of the tank, pushing it to about 54 tons. This necessitated a robust engine to ensure mobility was not compromised. The Maybach HL210, and later the more powerful HL230, were selected to power the beast, providing enough horsepower to maintain a reasonable pace despite the tank's massive weight. The suspension system also required rethinking to accommodate the increased load. The Tiger used a torsion bar suspension, a system that provided greater stability and ride quality over the rough terrains of the Eastern Front. This system was paired with interleaved road wheels, which helped distribute the tank's heavy weight more evenly across the broad tracks, reducing ground pressure and improving mobility in mud and snow. In sum, the development and design of the Tiger were a monumental undertaking that combined advanced engineering, significant resources, and innovative solutions to meet the Wehrmacht's demanding specifications. The result was a tank that not only met but often exceeded the expectations of its creators, setting a new standard in tank design that would influence armored warfare for decades to come. Section 2. Technical Specifications. As we delve into the technical specifications of the Tiger, it becomes clear why this tank was such a formidable force during World War II. Engineered to dominate, its design incorporated some of the most advanced technology of the time, making it a true behemoth on the battlefield. Main armament and firepower. At the heart of the Tiger's offensive capabilities was its main gun, the 8.8 cm KWK-36. This high-velocity cannon was originally designed as an anti-aircraft weapon but was adapted for tank warfare due to its exceptional range and penetrating power. Capable of firing high explosive and armor-piercing rounds, it could engage enemy tanks at distances where they could not effectively return fire. This made the Tiger a deadly adversary in tank engagements, allowing it to destroy targets before they even had the chance to pose a threat. Armor protection. The Tiger's armor was revolutionary, offering unmatched protection for its crew. With frontal armor up to 120 mm thick and equally formidable side armor, it could withstand most anti-tank weapons of the era. This heavy armor was integral to the Tiger's design philosophy, to engage and destroy without sustaining significant damage. The robust armor also made the Tiger invulnerable to the 75mm guns of most Allied tanks at typical combat ranges, giving it a significant advantage in head-to-head battles. Mobility and engine performance. Despite its heavy armor, the Tiger maintained a degree of mobility that was surprising for its size, thanks to the powerful Maybach HL230 P45 engine. This 700 horsepower engine allowed the Tiger to reach speeds up to 45 km per hour on roads, though its operational range and speed were somewhat reduced in rough terrain. The tank's mobility was supported by a sophisticated suspension system featuring interleaved road wheels. This design reduced ground pressure and improved the tank's ability to navigate the challenging environments of various battlefields, from the soft ground on the Eastern Front to the bocage of Normandy. Transmission and steering. The Tiger featured a complex transmission system with a preselector gearbox and semi-automatic transmission, which, while providing significant operational advantages, also contributed to its maintenance challenges. The steering system of the Tiger, using a double differential, allowed for smooth and precise maneuvers, a critical feature in combat situations where agility could mean the difference between life and death. Operational range and fuel efficiency. One of the less celebrated aspects of the Tiger was its operational range. The tank was equipped with a large 540-liter fuel tank, which allowed it to operate independently for extended periods. However, its heavy weight and powerful engine meant that it was not particularly fuel efficient, a significant drawback during long operations far from supply lines. In conclusion, the technical specifications of the Tiger made it a superlative weapon of war. Its combination of devastating firepower, impregnable armor, and considerable mobility redefined the standards for what a heavy tank could achieve on the battlefield. However, these advantages also came with their own set of challenges, particularly in terms of logistical support and mechanical reliability. Section 3: Production and Challenges. While the Tiger was a marvel of military engineering, its production and operational deployment were fraught with challenges that underscore the complexities of manufacturing such a sophisticated and heavy tank during wartime conditions. Production process and scale. The production of the Tiger began in 1942, amid escalating demands for a tank that could counter the increasingly formidable Soviet armor. Manufactured by Henschel Son, the Tiger's assembly was a labor-intensive process that required advanced technology and highly skilled labor. Unlike lighter tanks that could be produced in larger numbers, the Tiger's complexity and heavy components necessitated a slower, more meticulous assembly line. By the end of its production in August 1944, only 1,347 units had been built, a testament to the challenges posed by its sophisticated design and the precision required in its manufacture. Resource allocation and cost. One of the significant hurdles in the production of the Tiger was the allocation of resources. Each unit was expensive not only in terms of raw materials but also in terms of the skilled labor needed. The tank required a vast amount of steel and non-ferrous metals, which put a considerable strain on Germany's wartime economy already stretched to its limits. The Tiger was also an expensive weapon, costing far more than contemporary tanks. This high cost limited the number that could be fielded, affecting the overall strategic deployment of armored units in the Wehrmacht. Mechanical reliability and maintenance. The Tiger was as notorious for its mechanical unreliability as it was famous for its combat effectiveness. The complexities of its design, particularly its high-performance engine and transmission, led to frequent breakdowns. These issues were exacerbated by the harsh conditions on the Eastern Front, where extreme cold and mud were common. The tank's sophisticated technology also meant that field repairs were a significant challenge, often requiring the support of specialized maintenance units and extensive supply lines to keep the tanks operational. Logistical challenges. Beyond the production and mechanical issues, the Tiger posed substantial logistical challenges. Its immense weight and size made transportation difficult. Rail transport, one of the primary methods for moving tanks over long distances, was particularly problematic. The Tiger often had to be partially disassembled to fit on trains. Additionally, its heavy weight limited the bridges it could cross, complicating strategic movements and deployment across Europe's diverse terrains. Training and crew requirements. The advanced systems of the Tiger also required highly trained crews to operate effectively. The training was rigorous and lengthy, requiring a deep understanding of the tank's mechanical systems and combat capabilities. This need for specialized training reduced the rate at which new crews could be fielded and put additional strain on the already stretched resources of the German military. In summary, while the Tiger was a superior combat machine, its production and operational use were beset by significant challenges. The difficulties in manufacturing, maintaining, and deploying the Tiger illustrate the complex trade-offs between technological sophistication and practical wartime utility. These factors not only influenced the tank's role in World War II but also shaped the strategic decisions of the German military leadership. Section 4: Operational History. The Tiger's operational history is marked by a series of dramatic combat engagements that demonstrated both its formidable capabilities and the strategic limitations of deploying such a heavy tank in diverse battlefield conditions. Initial deployment: the Tiger made its combat debut on the Eastern Front in late 1942, near Leningrad, under conditions that would test its mechanical robustness and tactical utility. Its introduction into active service was hastened by the German military's urgent need to counter the effective Soviet armor. Despite initial mechanical setbacks and logistical challenges, the Tiger quickly gained a reputation for its almost invincible armor and its ability to destroy enemy tanks from long distances. Key battles and tactical use: throughout its service, the Tiger was involved in several key battles across various theaters of World War II. In the Battle of Kursk in 1943, one of the largest tank battles in history, Tigers were deployed in their hundreds and played a critical role in both offensive and defensive operations. Their powerful 8.8 cm guns allowed them to engage Soviet T-34s and KV-1s at ranges where the enemy could not effectively retaliate, proving the Tiger's worth in open combat. However, the Tiger also faced significant challenges. Its heavy weight and large size made it difficult to maneuver in dense terrains or urban settings, as seen during the Battle of Stalingrad and later in the Normandy campaign. The tank's mechanical complexity led to frequent breakdowns, and its fuel consumption made it a logistical challenge during prolonged engagements. Psychological impact: beyond its physical capabilities, the Tiger had a profound psychological impact on the battlefield. The mere presence of a Tiger in the field could lead to immediate changes in enemy tactics. Allied troops often reported a sense of dread upon encountering a Tiger, and the tank's reputation often inflated its perceived numbers in the field. This psychological edge was a significant factor in the Tiger's operational history, contributing to its mythical status among both German and Allied forces. Late war and decline: as the war progressed, the strengths of the Tiger were increasingly offset by the realities of industrial production and battlefield attrition. While still a potent force in battle, the sheer expense and difficulty in producing and maintaining Tigers meant that they could never be deployed in sufficient numbers to decisively alter the overall strategic situation. By 1944, with the Allies achieving air superiority and the introduction of more advanced tanks such as the Soviet IS-2 and the American M26 Pershing, the Tiger began to lose its edge. End of service: the Tiger was officially phased out in favor of the Tiger II, or King Tiger, which promised improvements in armor and armament. The last unit saw action in the final days of the war, defending Berlin and other key locations against the advancing Allied forces. In conclusion, the operational history of the Tiger is a compelling narrative of technological superiority, tactical success, and strategic limitations. It showcases the challenges of balancing cutting-edge military technology with the practical demands of wartime production and battlefield utility. The Tiger's legacy in armored warfare is underscored by its impact on tank design and military strategy in the years following World War II. Section 5: Legacy and Surviving Examples. The legacy of the Tiger extends far beyond its operational use during World War II. It left a lasting impact on tank design, military strategy, and popular culture, making it one of the most iconic tanks in history. Influence on tank design and military strategy: the Tiger revolutionized the approach to tank design with its combination of thick armor, a powerful gun, and a high level of battlefield survivability. Its design principles influenced subsequent generations of tanks worldwide, pushing engineers to prioritize balance between firepower, protection, and mobility. The development of the Tiger also highlighted the importance of technological superiority in armored warfare, influencing military strategies and doctrines that emphasized the use of technologically advanced weapons systems to achieve battlefield dominance. Surviving examples: today, fewer than a dozen Tiger tanks survive in various conditions around the world. These tanks serve as powerful reminders of the technological advances of World War II and are cherished historical artifacts. The most famous of these is Tiger 131 at the Tank Museum in Bovington, UK, which is the only Tiger that has been restored to running condition. Captured in North Africa by British forces, Tiger 131 is a centerpiece for historical studies and public demonstrations, offering a tangible link to the past and a unique educational tool. Other notable examples include the Tiger at the Musée des Blindés in Saumur, France, which participates in historical reenactments. The Tiger displayed at the Kubinka Tank Museum near Moscow, Russia, which serves as a symbol of the fierce battles on the Eastern Front. A Tiger housed at the Panzer Museum in Munster, Germany, which stands as a testament to Germany's engineering prowess and complex military history. Cultural impact: beyond its historical and technical significance, the Tiger has permeated popular culture, appearing in numerous films, documentaries, video games, and books. It has become a symbol of German military engineering and is often portrayed as the ultimate tank of World War II. This cultural representation has contributed to the mythos surrounding the Tiger, sometimes overshadowing its operational and technical realities with a layer of legend and lore. Educational value: museums and educational institutions continue to use the Tiger to teach about World War II, technology, and the broader impacts of warfare. Through restoration projects and public exhibitions, they provide valuable insights into the challenges of design and the harsh realities of war, helping to preserve the memory of those who designed, built, and operated these machines. Conclusion: as we reflect on the Tiger's legacy, it is clear that its influence extends beyond the confines of military history. It represents a pivotal moment in technological advancement and serves as a bridge between past and present, teaching us about innovation, conflict, and the continual pursuit of improvement. Whether viewed as a technological marvel, a historical artifact, or a cultural icon, the Tiger continues to fascinate and educate, securing its place in history as one of the most iconic tanks ever built. Thanks for watching. The Animated General. Out.